Hello Cancer, Suns, Moons, and Risings. My name's Zayleigh and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to do an energy read for the month of November 2022. And first of all, I want to shout out to my beautiful friend Delaney for making me this shirt for my birthday. And I'm going to put her information in the description because I love to support my friends. And she's a beautiful, creative Pisces that I just want to show some love to. So, I will put that below and let's get started with your reading. All right, so the first card that we have, this is your overall energy for the month of November. We have the beautiful High Priestess. I'm sure you guys are like shocked, right? You're like, oh yeah, we know her. So this is all about you guys really it's really much deeper because I can say, oh yeah, listen to your intuition's on point. But it's really like, you guys are in such a point where I feel like you're understanding that when you have a question about something, when you have something that you're a bit confused about, to really just go within and trust your own internal guidance system. Because if you're showing up the overall energy as the High Priestess, she is the seer of the things that aren't even known. That's why she has her little Torah right there. Like she's like looking, you know, she already knows that there's duality in everything, right? There's light and there's dark. And there's such a deep inner knowing. This is like occult knowledge. This is understanding things not just on a physical level, but on a spiritual level. Understanding that the things that are happening all around us, like maybe you guys are having like really vivid dreams. Maybe you guys are tapping into some other, you know, astral projection if you're interested in that, like things like that, that you're feeling very connected. You're feeling not only connected to your intuition, but you're feeling connected to the energy around you. And well, you guys are Cancers after all, so that's not a surprise. So I kind of broke this down by week so we can see what's going on in the month of November. I'm doing a little bit different, but I really like this spread that I got going on. So for the first week of November, I'm seeing that there could possibly be something that you are having trouble fully walking away from. Like you have put a lot of energy into a situation or a person or something, even a project. There's something that you had put previously, like that you've been consciously putting your energy into, and you maybe realize like the situation isn't the best for me anymore. And you know, it can bring a sense of a little bit of a heavy heart, a little bit of a heaviness inside of you, but you're deciding to make that choice to move away from that situation. And this could be different, like I said, general reading, different for everybody, but it could be a certain connection with somebody. You have to look at the thing in your life that you've been putting a lot of energy into, but maybe you have been intuitively feeling like it's not really benefiting you in the long run. Or, you know, you've been in a cycle with a certain situation and maybe it just hasn't progressed. And you're like, wow, do I really want to keep putting my energy into this? Sometimes it's hard, but ultimately the Eight of Cups is moving towards the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is what you ultimately want, what is going to really emotionally fulfill you and give you the desires and the manifestations that you really, really desire. So becoming honest with yourself and walking away from the things that you need to walk away from is only going to benefit you in the long run. So even if it's hard, I know, I understand, but this is good. So in the second week, I definitely see that with the Knight of Pentacles and the World card, things are slowly but surely, like you're wrapping up cycles. You're taking into consideration all the lessons that you've learned, and you're finally understanding them fully and knowing like, okay, I understand why this happened, and now it's time to complete the cycle. It also can mean if you are in a certain situation, maybe that it just transforms in a different way. Because with the World card, it doesn't mean that always something's always going to like leave our life or something like that. Sometimes it does mean that, you know, you end a cycle with a certain person or situation, but also with the world, it could just mean that there's something that you guys have that you've learned a lot from. You've had a lot of experience with this thing here, and it's just progressing. It's going in a different direction, and then you're going to start all over, and you know, it starts with the Fool and go through the major arcana again. And I see that this has been something that's been in the works for a while. When we have the Knight of Pentacles, this is something that's been really like slowly building. It's like the slower moving energy in the tarot, but it's also the most solid. Another message that I'm getting is things that you have been building. Like say you have your own business, say you have been working on something, you have been putting a lot of energy into it, and you're finally going to start seeing the rewards of what you've been putting in to that. So take it how it resonates. It's going to be different for everybody, but I feel that for a lot of you guys, maybe there is something that you've really been putting your focus in. You've been really dedicating yourself to something, and you're like, wow, now I'm finally starting to see that this is actually paying off in some way. In the third week, it looks like we have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups. A new opportunity. This could be from an actual person, like somebody is reaching out to you, and for a lot of you guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is somebody who is like confessing their feelings for you. If you're single, or if you've been dating somebody and you've been kind of like wondering like where you really stand with that person, they're going to reach out to you and be like, hey, this is what I'm really feeling inside. The Ace of Cups is such a beautiful energy. It's really that pure, like the love is so strong that you just can't hold it back anymore. And the Page wants nothing more to do but to really like express that, wants to speak it, wants to make it known. And so if you guys are already in a partnership, then it could be even a like a deepening of that partnership. Maybe for some of you, you know, it's general reading, but for some of you guys, it will be like some part of your relationship. If you're with somebody, then they express that they want more. Like say you're dating someone and they're like, hey, I really think that it's time for us to move in together. You know what I mean? Like it's something like that, to where whatever relationship that you have, if you're just dating someone, they're like, hey, I really like want to be in a committed relationship with you. So take it how it resonates for you, but it's somebody that wants to express love. And if you know you're not interested in relationships and you're not with anybody, this could potentially even just be a friend, maybe somebody that really wants to tell you how special you are to them, you know, or a family member maybe that you've helped out a lot, and they're just like expressing that love to you and expressing their appreciation for you. The fourth week, it looks like we have the 10 of Pentacles with the 8 of Swords. I'm not going to lie, there's going to be a little bit of, it looks like a little bit of tension or maybe some stress. It could be either with finances or your household. So kind of take that what is for you, but it doesn't mean that this is, because whenever we see the 8 of Swords is somebody who is keeping themselves stuck in that position with their own mind. So there could be like a level of stress in your environment. Maybe something happens, or you know, you're moving, or you're figuring some different things out with your finances, that it could just be a little bit stressful. But my advice to you to really like kind of get out of that energy, because when you don't want to keep digging yourself a hole when our minds are so powerful, right? Like, so when you look at a situation and you're like, oh my God, this is really, really, really stressful, try to kind of step out of that mental, any kind of anxiety that you're getting. And that's when you like kind of drop into your heart, you know, start working from that space and knowing that the universe is guiding you and protecting you. you guys have put energy into things. You're having to walk away from certain things. You'll see the fruition of other things that you've been doing. You'll hear from other people. You know, we're always in a state of not really knowing like where things are going. Like even with tarot, like this is the energy of the moment. Okay, this could be completely different for you. It's based off of our own actions and what we're doing as well. So it's like, this is, I feel, just a reminder to stay focused on trying to be in a positive place when you get stressed out. And I know that that's really, it's way easier said than done, but ultimately that's going to help you, because we do have the 10 of Pentacles here. So it's just like there's some thing that is kind of, you're wrapped up on in your mind about this 10 of Pentacles, which usually has to do with finances, abundance, a home situation, your living situation, something like that. As far as the challenge here for the month of November, I see the 6 of Cups and the Hanged Man. So there could definitely be a bit of a shift that's needed to kind of like how you look at something from your past, relating to your past or relating to your childhood, something that is like you have kind of nostalgia about, or needing to kind of surrender to a certain thing or a person, and knowing that like even if you have, because 6 of Cups also reminds me of like really deep soul connections too, and kind of surrendering to how things are in regards to that connection. So there's just a level of kind of, that seems to be a challenge. So it could just be something that gets brought up and you just have to kind of work through it and just recognize like it, you know, if things are naturally unfolding. That's what I always tell myself. I'm like, even if I don't understand it, I know that there's something greater than myself who understands and who knows why I'm going through this situation. So of course, as Cancers, like when I look at the 6 of Cups, honestly, I think of Cancer energy because it is so nostalgic. It's so like having to do with the home, with childhood, with your, you know, going back to your old roots and healing your inner child, and having that like really Cancerian energy of, sometimes, you know, because I'm a Cancer sun, I've said it before, like sometimes we be holding on to the past and things that we really shouldn't be doing that anymore. So it's just kind of like surrendering to what is in the moment, to let go of the past, to let go of that nostalgia that you may have. And it's okay to have nostalgia. It's okay to have those feelings come up, as long as you don't dwell in it. Because when you dwell in things like that, then it will literally keep you in the hangman. It will keep you stuck. And I know you guys don't want that. So with the blessings, it looks like, sorry, there was a little ant on there visiting our blessings. So with this, I'm seeing there's a Page of Cups here, 3 of Swords, and there's the Lovers. So this is a really interesting conversation. Well, maybe there's a conversation happening. I don't really know, but maybe with that here, yeah, conversation. But this is an interesting combination because we have this page here and he's offering his cup, right? Of this love, this divine connection. But then there's the 3 of Swords. So maybe this is somebody that's offering something to you or expressing their feelings for you that kind of hurt you in the past, or something, there was a certain level of pain, something that wasn't something that hurt you before. It's something that it caused, like a wound. So this is in the blessing area. If this was a challenge, I would look at it as somebody's offering you something that you really don't want. But since this is in the blessing section, I feel like this is somebody that's offering you their actual love and their actual true pure intentions. It's just that there may have been some ties in the past about like they may have hurt you or said something or done something in the past that did hurt you. And so I feel like this is someone that you have known. If it's not a love connection, or say if you're already in a relationship, maybe someone's making an apology for something that they did, like somebody that you're very, you know, your partner, and they're taking responsibility for that. and it's something that like you've been wanting them to really like acknowledge about you, or acknowledge that they did. If it's nothing to do with love, this could be somebody, I really feel like for most of you guys, you know this person, because there's this here. And the only other way, another way that I can look at it is if this is a new person, it could be somebody that maybe has some baggage from their past. They're holding on to something, but they're still willing to offer you something that's pure, that's, they're offering their actual love to you. So however that works out for you guys, that will be the blessing. And then your overall advice is the Magician with the Chariot. Powerful for my Cancers. Okay, so the Chariot, moving. Some of you guys are actually going to be moving, okay? With the Chariot, that does represent, you know, our energy, the Cancerian energy. And also this is the manifesting energy. This is the Magician. This is somebody, you know, the Magician is very like setting his sights and knowing his worth and going after it. And so this is your advice for the month. You guys are really being encouraged to move forward. There's a forward movement that needs to happen. And it's not just in, I feel like this is in multiple areas of your life. This isn't in one thing. This is going to be first recognizing your own power. This is going to be recognizing your own worth, your own strength. Even when you look at these two cards, you see all the yellow there. You see the solar plexus energy that's wanting to express itself, that's wanting to really come into itself and be like, you know, I am powerful like AF, you know, I am, and also this is telling me that there's a level of clarity. Like, make sure you're really clear on the things that you really want moving forward. Like, get really, really clear. If you guys want to work with the moon cycles, one of my favorite things to do, should be yours as a Cancer too, but making your intentions, setting your intentions and working with that lunar energy, because we're like direct channel to the moon. You know what I'm saying? As a Cancer, in your chart, especially if you have like a Cancer stellium, you're super, super connected to the moon. So use that energy, use how, and learn from that energy. Learn how the moon like has its ebbs and flows, and it just is constantly moving. You know, it's moving through all the signs every couple days, and it's just constant movement in the phases and the cycles, just like the seasons, just like the earth, just like our bodies. So honoring that and becoming really clear with what you want, and setting and putting it out there, and then taking the steps, not just like dreaming about it, not just the High Priestess. You want to dream about it and you want to like, okay, I'm in the feminine energy, but also being in the masculine energy and taking action and taking the steps towards those things that you want. So speaking of Luna, I want to get one more card for you guys. This is the Moonology deck, and we'll see what lunar energy you're going to have for the month of November. So we said, ooh, nice. So this one says, what do you need to release? Waning moon. I feel like this is another card that matches my shirt. The card in the Pisces video did too, but so what do you need to release? And that is, it's really tied to this because that's how we started out your reading. That's the first week that we got. The energy of the first week is like, what are you releasing? What are you walking away from? What are you letting go of? What layer are you peeling off of yourself that you are finally ready to fully say goodbye to? And it's like a bittersweet energy when you have to say goodbye to certain things. I feel it. I feel it for sure. As a Cancer sitting here, I'm like, I feel that one for sure. And I think that that's why the challenge is here with the Six of Cups and the Hanged Man. It's like, you know, sometimes it brings that heaviness in, and you feel like you're stuck on something from the past. You feel like you're stuck and you can't, but the cards are indicating here, and the universe wants you to know that you can let go of it. And when you do, you move forward. That's all, you know. you just move forward and allow yourself to go through the process of grieving or whatever it is, that little sadness you got, and then you just keep it moving. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I enjoy giving it to you, and I hope that you please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video, okay? Have a beautiful month. Bye.